Now, that was some of the work of our greatest living rock artist, David Oxtoby. Incredibly prolific you've been over the years, too. Now, what's kept you fascinated about the music business all this time?
Well, I think it's just because I'm a fan, basically. That's what it's about, you know.
Is that all there is to it? I mean, what is so visually interesting about people in the music business? Because, I mean, some of them aren't really, are they?
Well, I'm trying to actually put down my response to a record rather than a portrait. They're not portraits of people. I mean, I try and make it actually look like it sounds, which means, really, you're on a hide into nothing. You're never going to do it, are you?
Do you ever work then, when you're at a concert or something, make sketches, or do you just work from photos?
I used to, but I work from photographs now. And I try and actually respond to a record. At one time, I never used to want to meet these people until I actually realised I could divorce the stage presence from the actual person himself, you know. But it took years to do this.
So does that mean that you hobnob with the stars now?
Oh, yeah, regularly. Mostly dead ones.
Oh, you do, though? I mean, don't lie, because earlier you told me that Paul McCartney sends you jumpers, and I would call that hobnobbing.
Yeah. Well, if it wasn't for Paul McCartney, I'd probably be walking about naked.
So, some of the people who you've painted, you say you're not a portrait painter, but surely they sort of feel they'd like to buy your work?
Well, actually, most of the people who bought my pictures are in the same position as myself. They're in the music business, say. I mean, like Robert Plant's got more pictures of mine than anybody else. He's got about 30 or 40 pictures, I think. But he's a fan of the people that I'm a fan of as well, you know, so we're both fans.
Do you see yourself then as a fan first and an artist second? I mean, does the artist in you never sort of wanted to paint a wheelbarrow or anything?
Wheelbarrows are easy, aren't they? I can't relate to wheelbarrows quite as readily as I can a singer.
Is it an art, though? So I mean, the images of pop stars are everywhere in photographs. I mean, we're terribly sort of well aware of what the image of Buddy Holly and Elvis Presley was. And I mean, are you really translating it sufficiently to make it art?
I think if one actually accepts a photograph as such and is actually doing, say, photorealist type of paintings, then you've got quite a valid argument. But I try and actually use a photograph. I don't accept a photograph.
Well, most of the people that you've painted, certainly in the past, have been, as you say, maybe rather old or dead. Have you been painting anyone very contemporary lately?
Dave Edmonds.
I'm not saying anything. Well, very young and contemporary, David. Very good. No one, maybe a wee bit younger?
Not really, no. I'm having an awful lot of trouble catching up with the people I missed in the 60s.
A backlog of sketchbooks. So very quickly, you've got an exhibition on where?
At the Metropole Arts Centre in Folkestone.
Folkestone, the centre of the art world. But here's some more of your work.
Ain't Oh, it's a wild and zany show, the Tube, isn't it? Yes. Anyway, things just go completely wrong and go mad all the time, especially when I'm on Sabotage. Anyway, I'd like to introduce you to a man now who is almost as big a heartthrob in the States as I am. He's being called the new Billy Idol. Billy Idol's a friend of mine, so is Billy Ocean. Everybody I know in the States is called Billy. Billy Little used to play for Liverpool in the 1950s. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, a young heartthrob all the way from Texas, it's Charlie Sexton!
Just to be fair, I'll never need another queen. We'll never face the guillotine. Love is patient, love is kind. It doesn't point to baby's wine.
Okay, it's a single little song called The Beat So Lonely.